So in servicing my truck, I also decided that it was time to change out the fuel filter that I have on my transfer tank. I've had this transfer tank for about 3 years now, and I actually use it for my house. Well, mostly for my house. I don't have the availability of natural gas in my house, so we rely on fuel oil to heat our home as well as my wood. I do split a lot of wood, and we burn a lot of wood to heat the house, but our fuel oil is our supplemental. And if you don't know what fuel oil is, it's essentially diesel fuel. And I actually burn diesel fuel in my house just because it is actually cheaper for me to go out and buy diesel fuel at an Indian reservation that is close to my home than it is to have fuel oil delivered. So I go to the Indian reservation, get 100 gallons at a time for about $2 a gallon less than it would be to have it delivered home. Put it in my transfer tank, bring it home, transfer it into the house. Naturally, that's only for the winter time. So during the summertime, it is full, and I fill up my tractor, I fill up my truck. You know, that way I don't have to spend the extra $2 a gallon to fill my truck. I'll get 100 gallons at a time and do it that way. The filter that's on it now is about a year old, and I believe there's also a strainer of some sort in this pump that I've never looked at before. So I'm kind of interested to see what that looks like after 2 to 3 years of using the pump. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and once that's done, we're gonna pull the red truck out, pull the Subaru in, and do some service on that vehicle, because I just feel like I've been playing catch up this week, and everything's falling behind schedule, and that car also needs an oil change and a tire rotation. But first things first, the red truck's already in here, so we're gonna do this first. So this filter that's currently on here is only a water separator. The new filter I got is actually a fuel filter. Wait a minute. I'm going the wrong way. That was probably loose enough. I could have did it by hand, but now I tightened it up. Oh boy. There's definitely diesel fuel in here. Looks to be all diesel. I don't see any water yet. Yeah. Well, that's a good sign. No real water in it. I guess I've been getting quality fuel. And it does look, I don't know if you can see in there, it's kind of tough, but it is nice and clean inside there, which is also a good thing. So this strainer I'm talking about is right here. I don't really have anything low enough to be a catch pan, so I think I'm just gonna get a pig mat, put a pig mat down, and we'll take these out and see what comes out of here. I hope it doesn't make a huge mess. All right, minor update for you. I am out of pig mats. So going with the classic brown paper towels that have almost no absorbency. So we're just gonna pile them in there. Again, I don't know if anything's gonna come out of here. I have no idea. I've never taken this out before. Oh boy. That is way more fuel than I thought was gonna come out of there. Way more fuel. We have quite a mess on our hands here. Okay. Strainer looks clean. Strainer looks really nice and clean. We are going to put that back on because I just made a mess. But hey, now we know. Next time we'll be a little better prepared, huh? Oh boy. I don't know what I expected, to be honest with you. Maybe I should wait till the tank is dry next time and the pump's empty. Okay, well that was an epic fail. Yeah, what a mess. Holy cow. Put those in there. Get something else to clean this up. And we're gonna pull the truck out and get the Subaru in here. Oh wait, we forgot the most important part. Got so frazzled by the mess. Take some of this here diesel fuel, get it on the O-ring, get it nice and moist. Yeah, got plenty of it right there. So this one is actually a fuel filter. The last one, like I said, just a water separator. Okay, this is done. Clean up, pull the truck out, get the Subaru in. And don't forget to subscribe. There are a lot of people that watch my videos repeatedly and they don't subscribe. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you because you do come back, and I guess that number really doesn't mean much as long as you are coming back to watch my videos. But if you aren't subscribed and this is not your first time here, I would appreciate it if you hit that little subscribe button. Now, compared to my truck, this car is significantly easier to lift because it's the same height, unibody is the same height. So what you have on the front, as far as spacers and stuff, is the same thing you have on the rear. Let me get the other side done. And we'll lift it up. There you go, all 4 lift arms are under there. We've got the oil cap taken off, so it'll drain out. Oil filters conveniently right here on this one. It's gonna be a pretty easy oil change. Oh yeah, we need a tire rotation, and that tire is low. So we need to inspect that, see why it's low. So I am fairly tall. That's why one of the reasons I bought this lift. You know, a lot of lifts don't go high enough that you can actually stand underneath something. We have a visitor.
Theodore, you're getting fat.
Theodore says I'm eating good. Theodore, are you eating good? He's getting fat. All right. Yeah, so like I was saying, this vehicle is also undercoated with wool wax black, just like my truck. Looks great under here too. Unfortunately, these have plastic skid plates, so it takes a little extra longer. You gotta pull those down and do all that. But the oil drain, right here where it says engine oil drain, pop that down and drain this oil out. You've taken the burrito inside. The little burrito.
A little future out, everything Elliot.
A little future everything Elliot, huh? The little burrito. All right. Yeah, that's one more thing in my life. You guys say, how do I have time? Yeah. There you go. He's one more thing that takes up my time. All right, oil drain. Is that 14 mil? Let's find out. I grabbed 16 because I thought 14 was too small. but I might have been right. 14 it is. Let that drain for, I don't know, a couple minutes. Could probably honestly set this down further, and then what we can do, lower the car down and do the tires while this is draining. We'll just leave the pan underneath it. It is. Take this to the back passenger side. This is the tire with the leak in it. I still don't see anything. I guess it could just be low from... Could be low from just having summer air in it. I haven't put any winter air in it because if you guys don't know, in the winter time, air is, is it less dense? I think it's less dense when it's cold. Therefore, it's not as much pressure. So you're supposed to check your tires. Yeah, I don't see anything. Might just be low because it's got summer air in it. So we'll fill it back up. We'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. When you rotate your tires, at least the way I do it, crisscross applesauce them. So front driver's side will go to the rear passenger and vice versa. All right, I'm gonna get the tires rotated and we'll lift the car back up so we can put the oil drain bolt back in and dump some fresh oil in it and be on our way. Now you notice how I go to the top, make sure it catches those top clicks and then let it back down. That's because you want the lift sitting on the actual lift itself and not the, what do you call it, the hydraulic cylinders. So that's why I always go back down a little bit, if you guys have noticed that in my videos. Again, probably a torque spec for this, but we'll just go tight enough. Make sure we put these stupid little clips back in that always seem to break, no matter what you do. We're done under here. Dump it back down, new filter, new oil, we're done. I mean, these smaller cars on these bigger lifts just go down so slow. There's a valve inside the motor that you can actually adjust that allow it to go faster, but then the problem becomes when you put a heavy truck on it, like my red truck, it comes down super fast. So I just deal with the slow-moving light vehicles coming down. QTS 4.4 quarts, because I always have to look it up when I do an oil change on this. So I write it right on there, and now I know. Take some of this oil, get it on this O-ring here. Now, again, people are going to say you need to pre-fill your oil filter. Well, you can't. This one sits upside down. Hand tight. There we go. 4.4 quarts of 0W20 full synthetic. This is a much cheaper oil change than my pickup trucks. I think this was like $30 in oil. My pickup trucks was $100 in oil, at least. All right, 4.4 quarts. Check the old dipstick. So, what do we got here? Just 2 divots. Goes my automatic tank drain again. We are right at the top line, which is fine because the oil filter still needs to fill up. I'll show you. It might be difficult to see, but hopefully you can see right there that top divot. We're right there. Once the oil filter fills up, it'll fall nicely at the 3/4 mark, I'm sure. Okay. We are, oh wait, you know what? Since I'm a nice guy, get some washer fluid. Oh, she is thirsty. My wife must use her washer fluid about a lot. Holy cow. Oh, here it comes. Almost a full gallon. All right, we are done under the hood. Just gotta put some air in the tires. Let's see what this vehicle calls for. If you didn't know, your tire pressure is labeled right on the inside of the door. Looks like 35 for the front, 33 for the rear. So they're all gonna get 35. See how much summer air we got in this thing. 30. Not too bad. 30. So this is kind of proving my theory with summer air and winter air. I know I say it that way, I'm kind of joking, but hot air and cold air, you have to adjust your PSIs. That side over there, the rear, is the one I thought is low. So we'll go check that and see how good my eyeball is. Moment of truth. Oh, 30. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe none of them have a hole in them. They were just low enough to trip the sensors. I don't know, we still do have one tire to check. This one's 32. All right. A little bit of air in all of them, and we're good to go. Well, that's it for today's video. The Subaru is done. We serviced it. It's good for another 5,000 miles or so. My wife does drive her car a lot more often than I do, so I do a lot more oil changes on her car. Thankfully, it's cheaper, it's simpler. I don't have to do the fuel filters. I think it's like every 50,000 miles or something you do the fuel filters on these. I don't know, I'd have to look it up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.